everyone. Welcome to Philly by Night, a Rolling These 20s VTM John. I am your storyteller, Prince, also known as Nipples and Dice around the interwebs, and I'm here with our wonderful coterie of folks, including an OG who has been MIA for a bit. But before we get started with intros, let's just go over content stuff. Rolling These 20s, Philly by Night is an adult-themed game. It's a Vampire the Masquerade. It may contain some sexual content, gore, body horror, mind control, drug use, alcohol use, torture, and lost character agency. Am I missing stuff? I usually write this stuff down, but today I don't have my notebook with me. But yeah, I think that's most of everything that we have on our content warning. All of this has been discussed with the players here, and if something does happen, players know to contact me in our Zoom chat here, or just flag me down on the screen. I'm looking. I know what's happening, and that's fine by me. We've discussed everybody's lines and veils as well, and so safety tools are in place. Please use them at your table. It makes a whole lot of sense and helps to keep a better game. Obviously, since we're doing a live game, stuff can happen, but that's why we have communication here. So with that said, I don't have anything else. Thank you to Roll20 for having us as your part of your Spotlight program. Roll20 as we're using Roll20 for our virtual tabletop, Vampire the Masquerade. Character sheets and roles will all be shown up on your screen, as you can see there with Roll20. And so we appreciate them for providing us content and helping us to provide you content. So I think that's all. So let's get into intros, and we're going to go around the table, and we're going to start with Liz.
Hey, I'm Liz. I will be playing the La Sombra, Dr. Retzaser, Ari, who apparently has previously gotten in trouble. A lot of it.
Surprising absolutely no one.
True. Fair.
Hi, I'm Fair. I will be playing the Hecata Katura Baptiste, who does not like the future and a lot of the people in it.
Who does? Lonzo.
How we doing, everyone? I am Lonzo Gonzo. I will be playing Oscar de Leon Ponce, a Ravnos kindred, aka Sharkbait.
Yeah. And of course, Juice.
Hello, I am Juice, no pronouns, just Juice. I am playing our Gangrel Salvador Suarez, and with my little buddy, Paco the Peacock.
Paco the Peacock.
Salvador will use any pronouns, and my understanding is that Paco uses he, him, if I'm not mistaken.
We're going to go with that, because the bird is, never mind. I am Prince, aka Doubles and Dice around the interwebs. I'm the storyteller. I use he, him for my pronouns, and we're about to get into it. So who wants to do our recap?
I'll try. So, last week we made it through the underground tunnels. Salvador fought and ate a gator on the way. And we made our way to the farm, where we met Andromeda, or Andy, played by French Tuck. Andy was a little stank to us, but come to find out it was just future/past shit that really had nothing to do with us. Just had our name on it for no reason. You can't blame, I bought a building. You can't blame me for all the other shit, okay?
You could blame Ari.
Could blame Ari. The arguments could be made for that. We got to the farm where we realized it was being run, or at least partially ran, by Portia, who immediately gave us a fucking unpaid internship to go take down a building, like Meta's servers, basically. During our time there, we all took showers, ate. Couture discovered like a sex dungeon on the premises. That was interesting. Salvador, we asked Andy a lot of questions about what was going on, what their experience was, and Salvador also asked about where his future self may be, and we learned that Salvador is a suburban housewife now. And Paco's probably like a pool pet or something. We got to
Wow. Wow.
we got to the next day we got to Meta's little building, little big building, but whatever. Took out some turrets. I got shot, but also I didn't. We made our way. This is a mess. I'm so sorry. We made our way up to the 36th floor, I believe, where we discovered that there was another entity working on the computers already, Sierra Van Buris, who during the hundreds of years between our present day and this time had become a follower of Ari. But also Ari was dead, and it was very confusing. Sierra wanted Ari to like copy codes and stuff, but Ari chose violence, and shit blew up basically after Andy did their little hacking, whatever. Also, while we were on the farm, Ari discovered that part of her becoming maybe a Sabbat leader was bringing technology from the future back to the past, and really actually changing a lot of like science and like making big medical discoveries with this technology, but also using it for, again, violence. So that's all I remember, which is a lot for me, to be honest. So everyone clap, please. Just kidding.
So their mission was to wow.
Thank you for the standing ovation.
The mission was to shut down the virus, essentially, that was causing the
that's right. The
enhanced cannibal humans to go buck wild. Mission was accomplished, though the data is lost, ? Ari got to see, the history of her best self. That's another thing that happened. She talked to a doctor who informed her, after both being like aghast that she was there, but also like, what the fuck? How are you here? And then also, what the fuck? You don't know this about yourself? It was an interesting situation. And the doctor was really flabbergasted because of time travel, because paradoxes and all that jazz. Interesting situation. We should talk a little bit on recap for Oscar, though. Oscar, what were you up to? And I'll add, y'all, this game was played over on D&D Jordan Lee's channel, which was the return of Oscar.
Yeah. So at the beginning of this season, we were given a little sprinkle of information of some kindreds. Didn't last long, did it?
Mm-mm.
Some kindred being taken away. Didn't really know where they were. We found out that there was a ship out in the dock, the USS United States. And we were originally told to not go there at all. Do not even attempt to. Don't even look at it. It's not even there. it's futile. It's pointless. Oscar was then hired along with a few other kindred for a big payday to go rescue someone. Most of the other kindred that was with Oscar heard some voice, reiterating this message, this mission. Although on Oscar's end, it was kind of little blips and blurbs in and out. We formulated a plan. We were given funds to do so. We went to the ship. There was a drone race. There was
With the drone race.
a Blade-style nightclub party happening. We made it onto the ship, hardly made it through the bowels of the ship, and came upon our target, which was none other than Delroy, being tortured by, was it Jackson? No, it was
Sovereign.
Yes, that's right. By Sovereign. Nearly didn't make it out. Nearly did not make it out. But we got Delroy out. Oscar nearly fucking bit it. But made it out, and we parted ways.
So Oscar is in the present, and y'all are in the future. Let's start this story with my favoriteest thing for everyone. As you awake to a new day, give me a rouse check.
All of us?
Everybody.
Wait, but I thought we were in rubble.
We're getting to that.
Oh,
Apparently, we got knocked the fuck out.
yeah, I'm guessing. Rouse check, okay. I clicked it. There we go. Eek.
So Salvador and Oscar both got hungrier.
I also got hungrier.
Katura too. How about that? Y'all, we're going to start with the people in the future. You all awaken at different times. But this is a bad place to be in. When you wake up, it is only darkness. And you've probably woken up several times in and out of it. But it's always pitch black dark. You don't see anything. You feel like you cannot move. You don't have your strength. It's an awful situation. You know that the building you were in was knocked over, blown up. Something happened. It fell on you. Salvador, what finally wakes you, sort of shakes you out of your torpor, is an incessant fucking pecking sound. Just
I try and use my ears to pinpoint where it's coming from. I don't know if I can move or not.
you roll me a strength and athletics. We're looking for very little here.
Okay, sure. That's all I can give you is very little.
Oh.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, you're stuck. You can't quite, you feel like a little bit of rubble moving, and you don't know if you should move more, if things might shift in the wrong way. But the pecking and occasional like noise starts to like wake you out of whatever you're in.
I will use feral whispers with Paco, and I guess I can't see Paco, but I can hear. And I'll ask Paco, are you nearby? Can you? I can hear you. Can you see me?
You get a no. I don't know. I can smell you, but I cannot see you.
Okay. And I just start screaming, help!
Excellent. That was exactly what I was looking for. Katura, you are having a wonderful dream. You are dreaming that, your businesses are all taken off. Your Masquerade violation never happened. You've got the Spa La La franchise going across the world. You've moved into the islands, Haiti, Brazil, everywhere knows who Katura Baptiste is at this point. You're at this just, having a wonderful time. You're drinking and eating regular food. You don't even remember the last time you actually done this while you were alive. But all of a sudden, as you're in this dream, you just hear, help! Help! Help!
Oh God. Fuck my life.
Auxilio!
Doña Carmen, help. Yeah, I get woken up out of this amazing dream where I'm back in Haiti, just eating my weight in food. And then I remember where I actually am, and that is the most depressing feeling in the whole world. Also, I'm hungry.
Mm-hmm. As you start to move around, Paco said, like, basically relays to you, Salvador, that there's movement not too, like, there's something happening not too far from you. That he smells someone familiar.
Is it that?
It's the fucking gator.
That strange person that we smelled up in by the computers?
It's like, no, it's Katura. You goon.
Sierra? Oh, Katura! Katura! Katura!
Stop. You have to stop yelling.
Katura, make me that strength and athletics as well.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Nice. You have 6 dice on that?
I told you I put stuff in athletics.
Katura, you're annoyed. Really annoyed. And that basically makes you hawk out on this rubble that's over you.
I'm hangry at this point.
Yeah, and you just start pushing and pushing, and then that last yell of Katura was just like, you have irked my last goddamn nerve, and then everything just goes flying.
He's like, just shut the fuck up, and then like just rocks and shit. Exactly. And I stand up and I'm like, oh my God.
And when you stand up, you see Paco kind of fly back out of the way.
I briefly think about eating Paco, and then I realize he's too cute. So
could I shape change into wolf form?
You could. But we're gonna go over to Ari in the meantime. Ari, when you come to the awareness that you're in a pitch black darkness buried, actually doesn't bother you all that much. Seems actually pretty familiar. Where movement doesn't feel like movement necessarily. The shadows are all around you. You've embraced the darkness plenty of times. Maybe not in such dire situations, but not unfamiliar to you to be somewhere where you can't see. But then you remember where you are.
All right, building fell on me. Not the whole thing, just the top.
You, however, are not quite crushed and trapped the other people are. There's almost like a natural dome of space formed around you. Don't know how, don't know why. You're definitely covered in rubble, but it is not squishing you. Actually, on that point, I need to make sure that I've assigned out damage. Both Salvador and Katura, you both have maxed out your damage tracks and superficial, and both have 3 aggravated damage.
I still had my toughness on when the building fell. Does
Okay.
that change anything?
Yeah, I had my vicissitude redistribution to give me some armor. I don't know if that helps. And I think we were also given armor before going into this.
You were.
Yeah, we were.
It didn't really help you in the case of a building falling on you.
Yeah,
but
I don't.
what I'll say is max out your tracks and superficial and bring that down to 1 aggravated.
Okay.
And so that's making everything a slash and then removing 1 completely.
Yeah, 1 is building completely. Ari, however, you took a spell. You feel like you fell from a height, and during your time here, you've healed yourself to an extent. You have 3 superficial damage. But this, I don't know, bubble you're in almost seems really fucking weird.
Does it seem like Oblivion type bubble, or does it seem like some other shit that I don't know?
Roll me an int and occult. I'm looking for 3 successes.
Five.
And you crit. Perfect. You've read about this before. When a kindred does something beyond their normal means in times of great peril, you are fairly certain that you did this. You stopped this building from crushing you. You don't know how.
Would I know if I'm messing with it would ruin it? Like right now I'm trapped in a bubble. How do I get out?
Roll me a wits and awareness.
Where the heck did my characters? There. Nope. There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll.
Feel free.
How the heck? Nope. Specialties. Here we go. Re-roll. Yeah, I can do 3. 5 again. Plus my 1.
You are
So 6.
lucky. Jesus.
Now, if it was only something useful.
This is you realize that where you were when you finally awakened was sort of like in a small corner of this domish area. But you realize once you look around and stand up, you probably have a solid, 5 feet or foot radius around you of space. And you probably have, you can't quite stand up, but there's some height over you too. However the stuff fell, it fell in a way where it just kind of sat there. Lucky for you, wherever you fell into your torpor was just out of a few cracks of where light would have came in to here. But the little light that you do see from the moon or from lights makes you know that you could dig yourself out. You have the power to do it. It's creating some shadows for you.
Okay, wonderful. And I will go ahead and pop the shadow arms and go ahead and just start moving things out the way because they are far stronger than I am.
What is the role for Arms of Armon? Isn't it like Wits Oblivion or something?
I think it's Wits Oblivion. Can perform bludgeoning, grappling. Yeah, Wits Oblivion to attack and deal superficial damage, adding half the user's potence rounded up.
Do you have potence?
I do.
You have to rouse potence, though.
I have to rouse the arms too, so I'm probably going to get hungry because I can't be that lucky.
However you want to do it.
That's 1.
Wow, you rolling 10s. Like, what?
Look, it's only now. You're going to throw something terrible at us, and I'm not going to be able to roll.
Uh-huh. Sure. Oh my fucking God. Yeah, you succeed. And then roll me that Wits and Oblivion and see how you do on that.
And Oblivion, so it's half, so within Oblivion plus 1.
Don't roll the plus potence. I'll just add that as automatically to you.
Okay.
We'll just count that as a success, essentially.
What order do I roll this? It doesn't matter. Oblivion. Oh, is it rolling it separately?
Yes, that rolled as a hunger roll. I don't know what that was.
Okay, that's weird.
Just roll wits and then add whatever number of dice you have or dots you have in Oblivion.
3.
So yeah, wits plus 3.
Plus 3. Thank you. There it goes. 2.
2 successes, 3 successes with your potence. It takes you a while. Because you're probably under more rubble than anyone else was. And anyone who's coming past this sees some creepy shit. Because it is a growing shadow sort of claw digging from under a felled building. Even knowing that supernatural creatures exist, this would be scary. Paco backs away. Wants nothing to do with this. But eventually you have basically a ramp out of this hole you're in. You are probably a solid, 20 feet-ish of rubble on top of you.
So I will just walk out, look around. Are the others out yet, or do I just hear
You see Katora,
Salvador screaming?
you see Paco, Salvador. You transformed into a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And Paco is kind of like sees y'all and starts to go over to Ari, then thinks about the fact that there were giant shadow claws digging a hole out and decides, probably best that, but goes behind Gatura and just starts nudging you towards where he heard Salvador.
Yeah, if needed, I will help Salvador dig himself out.
And I will help with the giant shadow claw.
Sure.
Can I roll now with my wolf's physical stats?
Absolutely. It's cat, y'all. He's just purring away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 successes. Yeah. So between you and the others kind of digging you out, even Paco's trying to help, basically just scraping around at what's their own buildings. Y'all eventually come out from under this rubble.
I have a question.
Sure.
Since I'm, I got my little sniffer out. What do your shadow arms smell like?
Old. That late at night when the wind is blowing and there is nothing but ice in the air, they smell like that.
That like bitterness that like it's about to, like a snow is about to come down, that kind of smell.
Yeah, the kind of cold that hurts that you just cannot get warm from.
Evil
That makes me,
blizzards.
regret
Evil
living in the Northeast. Yep.
Yeah. That cold.
And once y'all come out from underground, the thing that you notice, I don't have to make a wits or no perception checks here, is that something attacked this building. It is almost like it was like just picked up like a child grabbing a Lego set and then spiked on the ground.
Looks like we maybe got in the way of a cane tantrum.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do I know what cane smells like?
I'll put it like this. You don't know what cane smells like, but you know what vampire blood smells like. And this smells old. It smells like smelling your history, your family line, smelling the beginning of everything. It is distinct and unfamiliar because you've never smelled it before, but also familiar in a way that you can't quite explain.
Like it smells like nothing and everything at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess we should consider ourselves lucky, all things considered. Because it could have been a lot worse than just a fucking building falling on us.
Yeah. Remember the whole biting people's heads off thing. I'm glad we avoided that.
When you look around, take all this in, y'all building is not the only one that got knocked over. Several others have. The other thing you notice is that there look to be very large footprints on the ground, and then they get smaller and smaller, smaller, till there's no more footprints.
That's not good, right?
There's also bodies everywhere.
Oh, do we see Andy anywhere?
No.
What about Sierra? I know that they do I know that they poofed away? Because I couldn't see anything.
I think you do. I think that was only known by Who else was in there? I
I think
thought
it was just. I think it was just
just
Ari.
Ari. Yeah, I
mean,
think Ari
yeah,
was the only
Ari.
one who saw that.
So
Do we hear
sniff to see if it's
Serenity
still
anywhere?
smelling.
No, you do not.
I start sniffing and trying to find our missing friend.
Roll me a wits and awareness +2.
That's mental.
Yes, it's mental. I forgot you using the abbreviated sheet for the.
Or I would have thought that a wolf would have better stats for this. Okay. Plus how many?
2.
Ooh.
Damn.
You can smell where Serenity went. Serenity's not here. Serenity left.
I just start chasing the smell. I don't even look back at the rest of the group. I just start heading off.
Does it seem like she just left over like by herself, or
You
there
wouldn't be
another-
able to know that because you have a wolf who cannot tell you.
oh, where the fuck is he going?
And do y'all chase after Salvador?
Yeah.
We already lost one. We might as well make sure we don't lose another.
Excellent.
Come on.
And that's where we're going to go take a trip back to the past. Oscar. You rescued Delroy. He was in a bad way. Delivered him over to Anita, who was currently looking out for him. You, however, well, you've heard some rumors about where the rest of your coterie went. Which means you're only into them either through your sire or through Jackson.
I take this dues and I ponder on it. Think about what's worse. Who would I get a better favor out of? And knowing that my sire will probably be reluctant to it, but will be easier to convince and or owe a favor towards than Jackson.
Maybe.
Big maybe. But I still have that mental linkage with my sire, right?
Oh, yeah.
I try and contact him, my sire Abhishek, and see if he happens to know any way in which I could assist or any means that might help them out. For example, if my actions in the past might influence things in the future, being their past.
And it takes a little while you're sitting there, you know, sending out this message, sort of like, hey, call me maybe. You get a response. Oscar. You seek your friends, your coterie. You do know that Where they've gone, they probably will not come back.
Even if that's the chance, if they don't make it, I have to try. They said it was impossible to go to that ship on the harbor. Still managed to get Del Royale.
That was
And I nearly
stupid.
died at that. Oh,
Stupid and dangerous.
I have the markings to prove that that was very much the case, but you don't mean to tell me when you were around my age that you didn't do stupid things yourself.
My sire considered many things to be foolish and unworthy of me. And those childish notions of heroism have all been put to past her. You, however, you don't think with your head, you think with your heart, and your heart does not move anymore.
But it's still
Bid
there.
this. You cannot go.
If I can't go, how else can I help them?
Why should I care if you help them? I have put so much work into you, molding you and helping to make you understand the great secrets of the world. And you wish to go on a mission that is almost ensuring you will meet your end. No, that is a waste of time and of resources. And while I have plenty of time, you are a resource that I am not so willing to give up.
I wonder what our dear prince would have to say then.
You know nothing of our dear prince. He is a desperate, foolish man.
Well, maybe I need a fool to join me in trying to find a way to help out my coterie. Just this once. You said you have nothing but time.
Oscar, roll me your willpower. Just a straight willpower roll. Oscar, you hear, I forbid it. And almost every thought you have of doing this is just kind of pushed in your head. It feels like back behind a wall. And the more you try to fight it, the more it hurts. Not physically, but in your head, you feel excruciating pain.
I drop to my knees, grabbing the side of my head, just like almost doing everything I can from like not screaming out loud.
You're done. Do not fight me, child.
I get up slowly and I look at him. And then I say, what would you have me do then?
You have infiltrated the Sabbat. They will come after you. I need you by my side.
I get down on one knee, lay my head down, bow it, and say, as you wish.
Oscar, I'm going to assume you don't actually intend to go with his orders here.
Of course, fucking not.
Excellent. But
Oh,
you're
listen to Dad.
acquiescing for the moment to stop the pain.
Yeah.
Excellent. And he says, please get your affairs in order. I will see you tomorrow.
And I look at him and I say, they will be in order. And I leave.
How do you wish to approach this? Because this is a conversation that basically has been happening in your head. How do you wish to approach figuring out where your coterie is?
Seeing I just did a big favor for Anita,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see what Anita could do for me.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So you make your way to Anita. We're going to shift back to the future. There's a wolf tearing down the streets. Y'all really can't keep up with this. There's a wolf. Like, y'all don't have to breathe, but there is a certain level of exhaustion that comes with trying to keep up with an animal that is made to run.
I mean, we also were just under a building, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all hurt. But Oscar, tearing through downtown and dodging around buildings, climbing over stuff that's fell over, occasional whiff over this way, that. You catch a whiff of Andromeda as well.
And that's when I stop.
Mm-hmm. And you realize that shortly thereafter that their scents were almost intertwined. You've been following both of them. But at this point, Andromeda and Serenity split.
And you all see me kind of looking in different directions, trying to figure out who to pursue. And at that point, I kind of shake and then turn back to see if anybody is around that followed. And if I see you, then I don't know if a wolf can shrug, but I will like point in the
I will
direction of
say
where I picked up
this.
Serenity scent.
You are back towards where y'all first went into the entrance and met Andromeda.
so we're back at the farm, or
Back
near the
towards
farm.
where, not near,
Not the farm,
like,
but like that
yeah.
whole.
the
yeah.
tunnel system that led you to the farm,
Yeah.
essentially.
Okay. Oh,
But-
okay. Like right before, like right around where I fought the gator.
Right. But Serenity did not go to the farm.
I will switch, revert back. Oh, I heard you asking about Serenity, and I picked up her scent and kind of just took off. I'm really, really sorry about that, but it led me here, but I picked up Andy's scent too. I don't know where Serenity is now.
Which direction did she go in?
When you look, it is across the river, and the first thing you really like think about, Oscar,
Salvador.
Salvador, is the museum. For whatever reason, that's what pops in your head. Rocky stairs and all.
Oh, okay.
Over there.
Well, lead the way.
across the river, you said?
Yes, there's a bridge.
I was like, am I
the
gonna have to,
water's not high enough where y'all have to
shift back and like doggy paddle?
to swim. The water's not high enough where you have to swim, but there is a bridge, and it's a bit of a walk.
How bad do the two of them look?
I have 1 superficial damage. I think we both have 1, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Look fucked up.
essentially
Fucked up.
what I rolled on my little table was that Salvador had a crushed hand, and essentially Katura's chest got caved in.
Oh God.
Okay, so this wolf has been hobbling across at full speed on
Just
3 paws.
the 3 paws action.
Thankfully we don't have to breathe, because I think my lungs would be non-functioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
I looked down, I'm like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah, I'll be rubbing my hand and
boulder
I'll look
was
at-
basically sitting on your chest, and then Salvador's hand is just like flopping
Hamburger.
around because it was just smooshed.
I'm like trying to not look at your chest, and I assume at one point you're like, my eyes are up here. And
I was
like,
just thinking that. I was literally just thinking that.
I was like, no, you might want to.
Well, there's nothing I can do about it right now.
Okay, let's worry about that later, I guess.
Did we have all of our stuff with us when we went into the building? Like our packs?
Probably not if we were going to try to move fast.
Yeah, probably not. So we
Yeah.
don't.
I'll let y'all make that call. Up to you.
I mean, to be fair, getting crushed would probably mean
Yeah.
any blood we were carrying was also destroyed.
Yeah. So well,
Oh.
we don't have. It's just gonna have to stay that way.
Would I recognize whatever building I put my cultists in? Has that been destroyed?
That was the Union.
That was near the Union League.
That was nowhere near us, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
y'all are a little bit away from there.
Okay, I'll just have
But
that on my mind.
No,
I won't say it.
that building has not been destroyed. Let's put it like that, because you could see it like where it was from where you were, but
Okay. So we're crossing
Okay.
the bridge over to the museum.
Serenity went this way. Yeah, let's
If
go.
Serenity went this way, we should go find her. Tired of motherfuckers going off by themselves, but here we are.
Should we, considering my hand and looking at Katura, before we start heading onto the bridge, we'll suggest, should we stop by the farm and try and get a drink?
I mean, it will take a long time for us to even get to the farm from here.
What?
And then we'd have to come all the way back. And by then we don't know how long it's been since Serenity even came this way.
actually,
We might lose her completely.
can I have all of y'all roll me a wits and awareness? Minus Oscar. Sure, you notice it first. You're looking around, and all of the buildings have their hollow displays and lights that have advertising on it. One thing that you notice that is odd, maybe not that odd, now that you thought about it, is that the dates on the stuff from where you were, y'all have been under that rubble for approximately a week and a half.
Problem. question. This is an out of character question, or actually, I can do it in character.
Mhm.
Salvador, how fresh is Serenity scent?
It's not.
It's not. Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably about a week old.
Look at the because that's how long we were under the rubble. So she's been gone. I do want to eat, but it's not like Serenity to leave us in a state
Willingly.
like that.
Does it? It was just Andy and Serenity, right? It didn't
Yep.
smell like another unfamiliar scent that maybe was like forcefully taking Serenity.
Just about to get to that. You don't catch another scent. That's what freaks you out. Because the things that you'll catch with your role here, there were people here with Serenity. And based off what you got, Salvador, seems like Serenity fought something.
She didn't go willingly.
No, she did.
Oh,
When she
But
moved in direction, she
fought
did.
first.
But she fought something here. And Andy parted ways during the fight. Doesn't seem like they left Serenity or anything like that. It was just more like, I'm not about to get wrecked about whatever this is that you're fighting.
Oh, fuck.
okay.
Salvador, do you relay that to us?
Yeah, I was like, I'll, I don't know that I could like pick up their motive with why.
Yeah,
they left,
but like,
I will say like there was definitely a scuffle here. Serenity did what Serenity does, put up a fight, and seemed to maybe book it afterwards. The scent continues on, so it
the scent
seems
continues
like
on.
Serenity made it out of that fight.
All due respect to Andromeda, remind me when we get back to our timeline to headbutt her.
Oh, you all have
No,
would it be history? I guess it would be actual
no,
history.
we don't.
Okay.
I just want to headbutt her then so she remembers it in this timeline.
When
we get
she
here.
is abandoning Serenity, she
Yeah.
remembers
Oh no,
and
no, no.
thinks,
This
"Oh,
timeline will not
this
exist.
This is why Katsura headbutt me."
Wasting away in a log cabin or
Just
a
in case, you know what?
suburban home.
Just in case.
I don't intend
consider
on being
it
set on
consider it
fire, so
consider it preemptive, just in case.
valid.
I got you.
So this is a week old. I as much as I would love to grab a bite to eat, I think we should find Serenity.
Okay. Let's go.
Excellent. And you make your way towards the museum.
The museum.
And we pop back over to Oscar. Oscar. What are you up to right now?
I am. Do I even have Anita's phone number?
Yes. Yeah, you have Anita's phone number.
All right.
I if nothing else, she gave it to you after y'all had met up and dropped off Delroy.
I sent her a text saying I need to meet up. I have something important to ask of you. Can't wait.
Cool. She's like, where do you want to meet?
I still know that the bodega is not there, correct?
Yep.
I tell her to meet me at that boathouse on Boathouse Row, where she dropped us off at after Jersey.
Oh, perfect. Yep. And you make your way there. Anita's there. And she's like, Delroy it's going to take some time.
That's good. Time is good. Time is very good, but time is also funny because the other 4 are in the future, apparently. And I need help getting there. I have no idea what they're into. I have no idea how they got there. But you're my best lead.
I might be able to help. I know a few things, got a few people in places. But here's the thing. Someone told me that they had a message for you.
Me.
And that I'd be meeting you here today.
Really?
Yeah. And she hands you an envelope. And Oscar, it's fucking weird. As soon as you see the envelope and you see to Oscar,
From Western Union, isn't it?
it's in your handwriting.
What? It's worse than Western Union. I'm like, where did you get this again?
It's given to me by an intermediary. Said they knew you.
Yeah, I get why this is my handwriting.
That is weird.
You
You having any, blank spaces in your sleep or something? Like I know you were over in Egypt for a while, torpor and sleepwalking or something.
That'd be news to me. I open up the envelope and check the contents out.
And you open up the envelope. Oscar, this is a definite what the fuck moment because it feels so familiar to you, but you know you didn't write this. But it looks just like you'd write. Like the places where you'd have a scratch out or misspell sort of thing, hastily written. It is all just like you. Even with, the cuss words you picked up while you're in Egypt. And basically, the TLDR of it is I know what you're going to try to do, and you have to do it. It's the only way to stop all this from happening. Sounds wild. But you don't die in the future. Well, doesn't matter. You have to go. And it is written in coordinates where you need to go. And then the thing says, you need to have something to sacrifice and give it a little jolt. You know what that means when you get there.
I ask Anita, I turn to Anita and say, is there any more supplies in there? Any blood bags? Anything I could take with me?
Yeah, I was told to, well, just come here. And she takes you out to her car and opens the trunk. And there is a MacBook Pro, an extension cord, like one of those long orange ones, a tablet, cheap one of those ones that you just pick up for a few dollars, a duffel bag, and the duffel bag has a few guns, 2 blood bags, and looks like a bomb. One with like
Nobody complain over
a
there.
timer on it. And a burner cell phone. And in the bag, when you open it up, it says, you'll need all of this.
In my handwriting, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I turn to Anita and say, looks like I know how to throw a party.
What is this, Oscar? Like, what does all of this mean?
It makes a little bit of sense to me, but in the slightest sense. I need to pick up a few more things, because if they're in the future, shit's gone bananas. I take the duffel bag. I'll put it in my new Hyundai Grandeur, Grandeurs that might not be released. Looks dope as hell though. And I turn back to Anita and say, I can't thank you enough for all this. For Delroy, for helping me out with this.
Yes.
To me, you're still the Baron, and a damn good one.
You just did that.
I'm gonna get hit.
Katura takes psychic damage in the future for no reason.
Oscar. For a second, you look into, as you're saying this thank you to Anita, you catch her eyes. And for a moment, it's like her face, like a mask drops off her. And she goes, she has me and I can't get away. She's too strong. Delroy should be safe, but I don't know how safe I'll be able to stay. I hope she dies killing that Methuselah, but I don't think she will.
I follow up with, who's she? Who has you?
Helena. Portia, to you.
All right. I ask Anita, do you want to come with me to the future? There's no way she can get you.
I can't. I can keep Delroy safe.
All right, we both have our things to do. That's fair.
And she grabs you like on your shoulder. It's a hard grab, not painful, but it's strong. And she says, find them and fix this. Fix all of it.
I take my hand and I put it on her hand on my shoulders. And I tell her there's no way I'm coming back without them. Just take care of Delroy.
Then the mask comes up again. She's like, okay, you got everything you need. Be safe. She walks away, gets back in her car, rolls out.
I
Like, doesn't wait for you to respond or anything. Just gone.
That's fine. I got important things to do. The first thing I do is bring up the coordinates on my phone to see where the fuck I'm going.
Nowhere. It's basically a ditch.
Is it in the city or
Just outside of the city.
all right? What I want to do is just head up a few more of my my havens to grab a few more blood bags. Two's not going to be enough. Because I need at least one for everyone, including myself. And then I will go to those coordinates.
And I think that is a great time for us to take a short break. And we will come back to our coteries adventures in the past, present, and future, I guess. Now is past. Fuck time, basically. This is hard to keep up with. But anyway, Oscar's been talking to himself, essentially, through timelines. And that's a whole bunch of shenanigans that I've decided to fuck myself with. Anyway, we'll see y'all shortly. Thank y'all for hanging out with us, and we'll be back. And we back. Hello, 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 and welcome back to Philly by Night, a Rolling News 20's genre. So, when we left off, Oscar was making a journey across the city into a place where our players are somewhat familiar with, the portal. And Oscar, when you get to this place, it is guarded. Though the coordinates take you to where this place is a little bit of a ways away. And once you get there, the first thing you see, Oscar, is odd to you, but also familiar. You see a bag, a satchel, messenger bag. It's yours. And it's just sitting at these exact coordinates on the ground.
I think to myself, I mean, at least you could have hid this like under something, like put a rock over it. Like, how no one didn't find it, whatever. I go to the bag, open it up, and look through the contents.
There's a notebook in there. There's a lot of stuff. It looks like it's almost like a journal or diary. It's long, but it tells you to open a certain page of it. And when you open that page and you're flicking through stuff, it's weird because all of the experiences start essentially after today. Like everything written in this book starts after today, basically right now.
So I going through that, in the back of my mind, I'm saying, Abstract would be so fucking pissed at me.
And then when you open the page where it says go to, it says, don't think about Abhishek. I know you are because I was too. Don't fucking do it. It's a terrible idea because he might catch it. And you do not have time to get stopped by him here. It's happened to me multiple times.
At the part where it says it happens to me multiple times, like that just like kind of throws me off a little bit. I'm trying to find an answer to that, but I heed the warning, push past that, and read on.
What you see is a diagram of this portal. It's basically a almost like rock circular archway almost that leads deeper into a cave, but currently it's inactive. You see runes written on it that you can't see if you looked at it right now, but they are there. And he says the first thing you need to do is distract the guards. They're idiots. Basically anything you feel is cool will probably work. Still fuck it up. I've done that a few times too. When you get in there, when I say you need a jolt, I literally mean you need a jolt. And there is a high-powered taser in the bag as you go through the stuff. And the long cable that you have is rigged to connect to this taser. And what it says is to put the prongs in you. and touch the portal. It's gonna hurt.
I think to myself, how many times did I have to go through this to say all this shit? And I just let out a big sigh. I look around, see if there's like any sort of thing nearby, any sort of rock.
Wits and awareness.
All right, all right, all right.
There it goes. Yeah, that's a good roll. You don't just find a fucking rock, which is what you expected to find. You find it looks like somebody was out here shooting bottle rockets. Lighter, old Coke bottle and all.
Can I see where the guards are from where I'm at?
You can see the ditch where they're where it dips down into like an opening, and you can hear them talking.
All right, I take it they won't be able to see me as all, seeing as they're in the ditch. They won't see me above. So I'll go around the ditch, kind of like almost like flanking, to set up the bottle rockets over there. Light them up, head back to where I originally was, so they can head in that direction, not in the direction where I'm at. And when they go off, given that the distraction works, make my way into the ditch with my duffel bag in tow and the satchel.
Cool. Give me a. I'm trying to think what the appropriate role for this. Give me a composure, just composure and resolve. I think that's what I want to roll here. Good enough. Really what I was getting at is you had to like these things, and fire's really not one of the kindred's favorite things, even from a lighter. But you also had to keep yourself together as these things start to light up and explode. And you light them, you dip out behind your car, and these dudes, as soon as they hear them, they come running. You have an opportunity to go behind them. I need Dex and athletics. And I know this isn't your strong suit. You got the one. That was all we needed. You sort of scramble, slip, slide down this hill, dragging this long cable with you, your duffel bag, and everything that you need in there, along with your backpack. And this is the moment. You know what you're supposed to do. You see this archway. It looks just like a little cave opening with like some weird shit written on it.
As I get over and get closer, I put the plug in my mouth Take the taser, do like a couple quick breaths, like, and then just set it.
All right. What I need from you, one more roll. I need your composure and I need your 11 bolt. So the number of dice you have in 11 bolt.
Oh, didn't want to do it that way. All right, so
Didn't need to do that.
plus 3.
Five successes. Excellent. Oscar, this hurts like hell. You're pretty sure that part of your mouth got lit on fire. And you're going to take 1 aggravated damage from this. But when you touch this portal, it lights up. And it doesn't make a sound, but all of the runes around it all light up and it starts to glow. And you remember there was another instruction in your notebook, and you quickly flick through it. And it says, make sure you're thinking of them. And don't forget to set the dynamite. And we pop back over to the rest of our coterie, who's now in the future. And y'all make it to the steps of the Penn Museum. You had to dodge water, even swim a little bit to get into here, but you get there and you get to the steps. And where there was the Rocky statue up at the top is not anymore. The face, however, of the statue is incredibly familiar. And there is a big banner over the entrance to the museum. And it says, "All hail King Genghis," because that is who's on this statue.
Oh my god.
Hell yes.
I love this for him.
The fuck is this?
Oh, that's
You met Genghis
you've
for
met,
like
yeah, you've
a
met
minute
Genghis.
and a half.
Serenity's mentor.
Have I?
Did you meet Genghis?
I think you
I
did.
thought-
I could have swore you met Genghis for like 2 minutes. He popped
Maybe.
in, said something stupid, and then ran off to fight something.
As he usually does. Maybe I don't remember. I thought you did, but I don't.
Well, makes
No,
sense that Serenity
he's-
would be here then.
He's an ally, I guess. Maybe this is a good thing,
Yeah.
especially if she went willingly. This would explain why.
Well, I guess let's go visit his domain.
I hope he doesn't expect me to take a knee.
And
I am not doing that twice in one day.
as y'all,
Timeline.
yeah, I think it's been a few days. Well, you were basically buried for a week, so y'all make it up the rest of the stairs. And the thing that you notice immediately is this place is gross. No one's taking care of it. The hedges are overgrown. It looks like people have used this place as a potty and or slept out here or whatever. It also looks like, something might have taken their meals out here as well. It's not a good look. And you notice the sign's kind of ratty, but the statue is actually incredibly clean. There's nobody
priorities,
out here.
You know,
though.
I can relate. I can understand this. You want to make sure that you're still presentable to whoever's coming by to visit. I get this. I'm not mad.
Yeah, there's no one outside. And the doors seem like they open fine.
Don't blow up in my face, and I just kind of start like going towards the door. Push it open.
Where's a cultist when you need one?
Well,
we
you left them in
probably
a
should
left them in a
feature
storm
cultists
cellar.
eventually.
Mm,
They probably ain't doing great. You know what? I don't care if you don't care.
yeah.
Push it open.
It's like Ari's like, we should feature cultists. Katura's like, I have a hole in my chest. I
Open
don't
it up.
care.
And honestly, it looks like there have been parties in here, but like the parties keep happening and no one actually cleans up after the last one, essentially. That's the best way you can really
So it's
put
a
it.
frat house.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great descriptor. As someone who has lived in and cleaned a frat house, yes.
Move the couch to cover the beer stain.
I guess.
Serenity.
And you hear a faint shuffling noise, and from under a table, you hear someone go, "Oh, fuck, ow, God damn it, whoever came, stop yelling." Ugh. Who are you, and why are y'all dressed funny?
Where's Genghis?
You mean King G?
Yep. Sure.
I said what I said, but yeah.
Somewhere around here. He was with some girls dressed weird last night too. Or
Yeah.
for the last, when was that? Shit.
Just point us in the direction.
Yeah, where would he be?
And this person kind of like gets him under the table, looks around, is like, I don't know.
Is there anything in here that is going to jump up and try and eat us?
I guess if you get one of those ones, those real young, well, there's not a whole lot of young ones now anyway, because Kane keeps eating them. But no, probably not. I mean, there's been a few loose tigers here and there.
Good to know. And I'll just start walking in. And
Yeah, just
looking.
walk past this person. Unhelpful.
Bye.
Thank
You
Bye.
want to. And just let y'all go by. The art in this museum has been defiled, to say the least. Whatever the last exhibit was before, this place got taken over by Genghis, must have been a solid couple hundred years ago. Because it doesn't seem like anybody in here has been curating or doing much of anything with art. This is kind of, if you remember the scene in Batman where the Joker is in the art museum and they're spray painting the art and cutting it, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
But there are what seems to be random revelers, is the best way you can put it. People who are kindred, both, whatever, who are just really fucked up. All of the windows in this place have been blacked out. Long, what seem to be steel curtains over them. So there's not a whole lot of light coming into this place. except through the big overhead like dome sort of lighting that comes in. And if y'all keep yelling or keep heading through the hallways here, you'll see arrows that point to, and I quote, King Genghis's throne, baby.
It's like walking through the smelliest, grossest IKEA.
Yeah.
Yes. And obviously, King Genghis's throne is on the top floor in one of the biggest rooms in this place. And you make your way there.
Yep.
And sure as shit, Genghis is there, like sipping on what looks like, I don't know, maybe a couple 1,000-year-old goblet. And he's just like across his chair, like, what party did we have last night? It was a good time. Shit. Some of these, back in the old days, in the, what was it, the 70s or the Woodstock, the first one, not that second one. That was some bullshit. There were some good drugs here, but today's drugs, the medicine, as the Zuck likes to call it.
Oh God.
They got some good stuff.
Is he just talking to himself?
He's just talking to himself.
Okay.
And
Does
then
it
he
make you
looks.
see ghosts?
He goes, who the what? Hey, somebody get her! She's the monster.
Oh my God, Genghis, shut up.
Genghis, calm the hell down.
You killed my friends.
No,
Not
we
yet,
are
I
from the
haven't.
past.
The one
Have
you're
some
thinking
sense.
of.
You know she's dead.
Oh, y'all. Serenity.
Where's Serenity?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Was I supposed to be keeping an eye on her or something?
Was she not here?
Yeah, she came here. She partied like all the rest of us did. She clearly needed to get some shit out of her system. She fought in the battle arena and she whooped some asses.
Going to kill everyone.
I love the gladiator battles. Y'all want to get in a gladiator battle? I bet I could win some good money off y'all.
Ew.
Does that bird fight?
So you don't know where she is?
I mean, she was here. She might still be. This is a big place.
Probably around. I don't think she would have wandered. I think she would have known we would have come to find her, and I think she would have known Genghis would have been a good place to start. Why? Who did I kill? Because at this point now I'm just curious.
Well, you killed Abraham's other kid, that late embrace that he did. Her name was Maria. Yeah, killed her. Well, you didn't just kill her. You made an example of her. You killed you killed Damien, that one sheriff from Jackson.
He probably deserved
it.
it.
That one I'm not mad about.
Yeah, he probably deserved it, to be honest.
He seems like an okay kid. He's a Brujah. They get a little hot-headed, but that's what we do.
And anybody else? I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people, but
apparently you killed Loden, who we thought was dead, but you killed him again. Apparently, that's Jackson's sire. He didn't take too kindly to that.
Yeah,
who else? I'm trying to think. You got a whole fucking list. You killed a bunch of Sabat. You drank Dracula.
Interesting. Ari, remind me never to get on your bad side.
I don't know why I did any of this yet.
I mean, some of them I can completely
I
understand.
mean, no, like some of them, if I get the chance to kill, I'll kill them, but it's not
yeah.
I
personal.
mean, honest to God, you
The
just
Damien
seem
one is
real
probably
power
personal.
hungry. That's really what it was. Like, you went from being curious to being like, you know what? This should all be mine.
Hmm.
You left me
Oh.
alone, though. I don't know why. I mean, you
Serenity
killed a
likes
bunch
you.
of other people, but you didn't kill me. And there was opportunities. I mean, I did some dumb shit. I like walked up into your haven talking about you may take my life, but you could never take my freedom. I was a Braveheart, but I didn't feel
Did
that
I-
brave.
Did I just
Ah.
laugh at you? Because I feel like I would have just laughed at you at that.
No,
Yeah, that
you-
seems pretty funny.
Well, you didn't kill me, and I don't think you intended to, because you probably would have did it. But you grabbed me with one of your little baseball mitts, them shadowy thingamajiggers, and then you just sent me flying. Luckily, I landed in the water.
I had a cult.
Yeah,
I don't want a cult.
well,
I mean,
clearly
seemed to work out
your
well for
priorities
Salvador.
changed from then to here, but I don't really know how this whole time traveling thing works. Serenity was trying to explain it to me, but I was real kind of fucked up.
Do I still have a cult?
You still have worshipers. I don't know if it's your cult no more.
Okay. That's weird. When did they kill me? What year was it?
Fuck, I don't remember.
It was that long ago, right? Like,
Yeah, it's been a few hundred years for sure.
okay.
Is this
Basically, it was just around the time before I ended up here. So that had to be,
is
I don't
this
know,
whole
200, 300 years ago or so.
is this
Oh,
whole
okay.
trip to the future just a cautionary tale for you? Because it's starting to feel that way.
I mean, y'all want to hang out here, y'all can stay. I don't.
No, I want to find serenity, and then I want to find something to fix the fact that my chest is concave now.
That was kind of gross.
Yeah. A building fell on me. Did
And
Serenity not
Genghis-
mention that?
Well, Serenity seemed distracted.
In what way?
Well, she heard about some people that she used to know. Apparently, they were still being kept as a big old flesh thingamabobber,
Okay.
and she went after him. Now, I told her that's a big stupid idea, but she, you know, Serenity, she gets all headstrong and brew ha ha ha. And he's saying this, and he's wearing like an old cape and a crown that's probably, a few thousand years old, and the crown falls off and the jewels kind of fall off of it too. And he's like, God damn it, I gotta find another one now. See, y'all distracted me.
Shut up. So let me get this straight. Serenity went after a flesh thing while we were trapped under rubble.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Noted.
it's an interesting time. She thought y'all was dead.
Kind of doesn't sound like she really looked, to be honest.
Well, here's the situation. Y'all know about Cain, right?
Yeah, we were trapped under the remnants of one of his temper tantrums.
Yeah, so she said she was looking for y'all under the rubbles in there because she, I don't know, muscle man, the beast moded whatever that was falling on y'all, and she was able to save herself, and she was digging around for y'all, and then Big Daddy Kane shrunk down and was coming after her. And she beat feet.
Did she find anybody? Did she find I think she at least found Andy. And then there was this other
Andy?
person, someone that was with us when it all collapsed.
Oh, that one weird person that be talking stuff about how, well, she really hates you. I mean, they really, really hate you.
Pointing at all of us?
No, pointing at Ari.
Well, and then there was also
but you
someone
too,
there.
Katura, you the one who bought the building that Ari did her flesh experiments in.
Yeah, I already had a conversation with Andy about this, and I guess I'll be having another conversation with her when we get back to our timeline.
Well, I didn't talk to Andy.
No.
I just remembered who that person was. That's the one.
I am very much aware of their feelings.
We got a bit of a trade agreement with the farm.
Do you have blood here?
It's complicated.
Uncomplicated.
I mean, you see all these other random diggery dudes that have been around here. I'm sure you've seen some of these sleeping beauties.
I stepped on a couple of them.
You can just eat from one of them.
Are they safe to eat from?
Define safe. I mean, how high are you willing to be?
I mean, do we have anything that we need to be doing right now? I turn to the group and ask this. Like,
well, I'm
hole in my chest.
I was also wondering if Serenity found, so it sounds like they found Andy, but there was also someone else that seemed to be talking up there, and I have no idea where that person is.
Oh, Sierra? She's gone. She disappeared before y'all came in.
Sierra?
Yeah, she's alive.
Seriously? Yeah. Why are all the worst people still alive?
I don't know.
I need you. She thinks the world of you, Ari.
Ari, when we redo all of this, we need to make a list, okay?
Look, if I figure out how to use the ley lines, I'm going back far enough to just kill all these motherfuckers in their cradles.
You know what? That sounds like a great vacation. Can I come with?
Yes, we'll go to ancient Greece or wherever in the medieval times, and we'll just start slaughtering babies. You know what? It's fine at this point.
And while y'all are talking, you hear just a low rumbling growl.
Oh. Sounds like a pro wrestler.
And then Genghis goes, "Oh shit."
Is it one of the tigers?
Oh shit. We're
gonna swap scenes.
What is that? Oh fuck.
Genghis, is it time to run?
Oscar, you have instructions. This portal is open. And you've been told to blow it up by what you assume to be you.
All roads lead to me. Yeah, that's true. I quickly grab the lighter and go to light it.
It's a timed bomb. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I said dynamite before, but this is a timed.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
Bomb. It also has the detonator is connected to your burner phone that you have. That's what that was in there for. So if you need to manually detonate it.
Gotcha. I set the timer for 5 seconds. Because I'm right next to the portal. Right next to the portal, right?
Okay.
I set it, think of them, and just go on through.
Excellent. Oscar, this is a very, very important role you're about to make here.
Yep.
is essentially a concentration roll.
Okay.
I need your intelligence and your composure. You can roll both of those together. Do you want to blow willpower?
That's just reroll. Click on there.
Uh,
Or
I
the willpower
believe
reroll.
so. The willpower reroll, and it should let you reroll 2 dice.
It's giving me 3.
Just reroll 2, because you only have 2 unless you want to reroll the one of the successes that you had.
No.
You're open to do that. Wow.
Do more successes.
So you end up getting successes on all of your dice, and you needed all of them. Oscar, this is a very weird experience. You go through this portal, and it is almost like you've lost yourself, and that you're basically trying to find a tether to keep you aligned to where you need to be. And you just remember what the note said. Think of your coterie. And what almost breaks your concentration is your sire is yelling at you, going, "How dare you? I forbade this. I forbade it." But it's too late. And for what feels like years, seconds, days, millennia, all of a sudden, you just are laying in the dirt. And wherever you came out of, this portal, whatever, it's gone.
I stand up, dust myself off, like strap the bag on a little bit more, and take a look around to see what I see.
And as you walk up a hill, you realize you are in the crater of what used to be City Hall. And there are a bunch of knocked over buildings. And what really stands out to you is that there are what look to be like, best you could tell it is cyborg humanoid bodies just laying on the ground. They stink. Because whatever skin that was sort of attached to them looks almost Frankenstein, like hastily put onto them, and it's just starting to like putrefy.
These cyborg things aren't moving, right?
Nope.
They're just laying there.
Just laying there. People are like normal people are just walking past them, stepping over them as they make it from place to place.
And there are a lot of people around?
Not a lot. But you do notice that the people who are around take pains to not look at you.
Can I tell if they're kindred or kind?
The ones that you see are kind. And they look to be in a hurry to get to wherever they're trying to go.
All right. I will pop electroception just so I can get like a lay of the land, see if there's any sort of tech machinery around. Sort of like a lay of the land, so to speak.
Okay. Um,
I think I could put that in.
yes, please, if you can.
Roll the rouse.
It takes a rouse check.
It's free.
The vampire sex, the electric fields generated by living beings and modern technology or machinery. This allows them to see these fields even through walls, effectively adding a new sense to her arsenal. Active, the user senses electrical field related to electronic devices, living beings as part of their standard perception tests. This power also allows vampires to perceive objects, animals, and people otherwise hidden from the naked eye, such as behind a wall or in supernatural darkness. Anything that has perceptible electrical charge may be found with this power at the storyteller's discretion, including radio waves and other electric signals. Roll me a wits and awareness +2. And I will link this. This is in the VTM homebrew, y'all. This is under the 11 bolt discipline.
5 successes.
Excellent. Oscar, you are immediately overwhelmed. This is way too much. Holy fucking shit. Everything is electrical. There is a charge running through literally everything, from the people around to the cleaning bots on the street to the wires that you see running across the tops of buildings. This is more than you ever imagined. Everything is connected.
Is there any sort of area that's quiet?
Near you? The only place that's quiet is the Union League, which is just a few blocks down from where you are.
All right. I pop open my journal, see what it says to do next, and go from there. See what future me has to offer.
And the only thing it says is find your friends, don't look back, keep going forward, use this journal as your own.
Close it, put it in my satchel, walk forward.
And that would be towards the Union League. And with that, we're gonna swap back to our future crew, who is hanging out at Genghis's place. And Genghis goes, "Oh fuck. Okay, you see, can y'all fight?"
Yeah, I guess. Why? What's happening?
So I maybe sort of kind of made a deal with Garu friends, and I may or may not have, and by may not have, I mean I definitely did not hold up my end of the bargain. Uh, and so I imagine they're gonna come looking for me, and they might be running through a few people in here, or Jamal here, who's I suspect that's him, is gonna have some real problems with me.
That sounds all bad.
Yeah, so it's complicated because like I was supposed to get people from the farm to them because they knew some people that they identified that could be like them, and apparently the farm don't want to let these people go real easily. So I kind of just said, fuck it, I can't be dealing with them. And they not gonna let me take their peoples. Y'all been in the farm, right?
Yeah, we have.
They don't just let people walk up out of there.
And you knew that when you made this deal, right?
Yeah, but I thought maybe.
Listen, I don't really understand or care what's going on here. I'm looking for serenity. I don't know if you need us to be your bodyguards. I'm not necessarily interested in that. So,
Oh no,
if
I
it's all the
don't need
same,
y'all to be my bodyguards. I'll probably just leave.
yeah,
But
that's what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
but Serenity is looking for her friends Cody, Tambourine, and Magdalene or something like that. I don't
Why
remember
would-
their names.
Why would she be? We already knew that they were dead.
But they weren't dead. Apparently, they were made into a big old flesh monster. And then
Yeah.
Ari split them apart.
If we're all leaving, can
Oh
we walk
my
and talk?
fucking god, Ari!
I was trying to help.
Yeah, I think Ari was trying to help, but they were
Probably
mentally
crazy as shit.
They were dead.
broken.
They were basically.
But Ari, I
Destroyed.
mean, Serenity didn't like that answer. She had to. She said she wanted to go see him.
You know, a lot
but
of us don't like to hear
apparently-
the answers that we get, but we have to accept them the fuck anyway.
Okay, I think there's werewolves coming, and we should probably
Yeah,
move.
I'm out.
Yeah, walk and
yeah,
talk.
I can't fight.
Walk
I
and
have a
talk,
hole in
walk
my
and talk.
fucking chest.
And you see Genghis get up out of his chair, but like it's almost like he was there and then he was like next to y'all using celerity. And he's like, okay, so there's a secret exit, but they got real good sense of smell. So this is what we gonna do. Hey, you come over here. And one of the partiers is like, yeah, King G, what's up? And he goes, sorry, not sorry. And he just smashes down on this person and just smash. And until it's just like person paste. And then he just starts throwing parts of this person around the room. And he's like, that'll distract them for a little bit. But we need to go.
Go.
Lead the way now.
And so seeing all of this destruction, like we're no longer seeing those like mechanical worms coming up and like vacuuming
Not in this building.
bodies.
No,
Okay.
not in this building. This is another one of those buildings where the weirdest thing to y'all is that, I mean, it looks like it's gotten some technology updates, but it does not look like any of the other buildings. Genghis has kept this place for a while, it looks like, and
It's
he didn't want
protected.
to have it zucked.
The weirdest thing about this building is that it's the least weird building that we've seen since we got here.
Basically,
One of the least weird. Second least weird.
and he lifts up his throne, and it lifts up and tilts over it, and there's like a door under it. Like, come on. I hope y'all can swim.
And I'll just go ahead and pop Eyes of the Beast.
I grab onto Ari's belt or something.
And he says, just don't think about the sharks. It's okay. They are friends of mine. Probably.
I'm sorry, out of character.
And he just jumps
You
in.
said sharks?
Sharks.
Sharks,
Okay.
yeah. What did you hear? So
I'm exhausted, so like it took me a second for my brain to like catch up and be like, wait, what?
Yep. And then he jumps into the water.
Can we say that I still had my arms going?
No, that'd be from a different scene.
It's too far. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fine.
too far.
Well, hearing that there have been tigers on the loose, something's about to chase us, and we might encounter some sharks. I'm gonna like boop Paco on the butt to get down in there, and I'm going to shape change into a wolf for a little more resilience and power. And I guess doggy and paddle my way underwater with my Eyes of the Beast as well.
Okay.
Is anybody closing this freaking throne up behind us?
Oh,
Or did she
Genghis
just-
waits to close it for you.
Okay, I was like, shit. It's not gonna do any good if nobody closes it.
Success. Excellent. And you shift into whoop shape. And Genghis is honestly the best way y'all can think of it is Genghis is having a good time out of all this. He just looks like he is having a good time with this. And sure as shit, he was not lying. There are sharks. What it actually makes you think is that this place is not that far from the zoo. Maybe he took the zoo too. Once things started to flood and go underwater, maybe just like, I'm a happy, a happy Genghis Funland or something.
Genghis Disney.
And it's a long swim. It is not a short one. And when you finally get through this water, you start to get to some pretty dirty water and then into neighborhood, essentially. And you come out of the water, essentially, onto a street. And God damn it, that was really good. And what's essentially happening here is a rally of a sort. That's the best way you can think of it. It's just a rally, a protest, something like that. And Genghis looks back at y'all and he's like, okay, so look, Ari, do y'all think of the Anarchs as like a cult?
No.
Okay, good. Because I don't either, but when us Bruja and Gangrel and some of these other activist minded or anarchists, if you ask me, but I'm not really down with what they get down with here. They trying to reform the system and unzuck it. And I'm just more like, live your life as you want to. But these people are trying to change shit. And there's a bunch of them half-bloods over here. And they want to fight Cain.
You had me up until that part.
They think they need to unzuck the world, and they need to kill Cain to get things balanced again.
Good luck to them with that one.
But they pretty accepting, all things considered. They just really fervent about their cause. Like, I'm trying to think the best way to put it. Back in your day, maybe they're like vegans, maybe.
Okay.
We're all just speechless. We don't know what to say about any of this.
So the half-bloods want to fight Cain, and they're having a protest.
Oh, it's not just the half-bloods. It's a bunch of old heads in here too, because apparently they were really, really, really against being reabsorbed.
Understandably.
Fair, yeah.
I don't disagree with that idea.
For whatever the fuck reason, Cain has avoided me and my people.
I have a feeling you're entertaining. And once you stop being entertaining, he'll eat you.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why the other Ari didn't kill you.
Yeah, but she threw me like 120 miles per hour. That was a damn good fastball, girl.
Probably really entertaining too.
No, getting grabbed by them cold dead arms.
No,
nope,
not
that's not
entertaining.
the kind of embrace that I'm looking for.
I didn't mean for you, honey.
Why you gotta be so mean? Damn.
Hey, folks up.
What? And there's just chanting, down with Cain, Down with Kane.
So,
Unzuck the world.
so
Unzuck the
here's the
world.
thing. So here's the thing. You said they're accepting.
Yep.
Do they have blood? Because I just would like to eat and then get the. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
I mean,
Maybe the Zuckerberg part, but not everything else.
I mean, they have blood, so that means that they have blood.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how accepting they're gonna be you just going up and nomming them, but you know, you can try your luck. They really take them Blade movies from way back in the yesteryear as gospel.
Oh my God, this place just keeps getting worse and worse.
They tried to turn Wesley Snipes. He was too old though. He didn't take too well to vampire life.
Nothing to say. I feel like I'm having an out-of-body experience right now.
I genuinely think that is probably the point where Ari is just like, oh, I'm done. And
Yeah.
just like,
Okay.
I was handling everything until that point.
Okay, here's the thing. We need to find Serenity.
Oh, she's fine.
then-
Serenity probably doing just good.
We need to find Serenity. And then, like, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, we took down that fucking server shit or whatever.
Y'all was the one who stopped the cannibals?
Yeah, you're welcome.
I mean, I wasn't stressed about them. They actually kept a lot of, you know, the undesirables from coming up them stairs.
Undesirables?
Yeah. So, you know, you get some of them infected. The ones that got the corrupted blood. A lot of that shit gets passed down through generations. You know, the nanites or whatever, nanobots, Autobots, whatever, they get passed down through the blood. They evolved, and some of these kids that come out of them and grow up in the overworld, they have them things too. But those thingamabobbers, the cannibals, they eat them, and so then we don't have to deal with them no more. So any of them random riffraffs would be trying to come into my kingdom, then they just get, well, you saw the outside. It was a little bit messy, but my statue was clean, wasn't it?
You know where the flesh monsters are? In like, do they have a spawning spot?
Oh, it's less of a spawning spot. So what they did was, after I took the zoo, you didn't really appreciate that. And so you took the zoo back, and that became one of your laboratories, as you called it.
Yep, I can see that happening. Yep.
I'm trying to figure out the timeline, and it's really messing me up because how long ago? You said that was like 200 years ago, right?
When you
300
died?
years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. All of my medical stuff that I saw was within 5 years, 6 years of 2026. And it was already noted that I was executed for mass murder and nonsense. So I've got 2 conflicting timelines.
Yeah. So, my understanding, based on what I was talking to Serenity, was about, is you was apparently going back and forth. So there might have been multiple yous.
So
Yeah,
I mean, there might be multiple yous now. I don't really understand that. But I mean, I've talked to that one kid that y'all used to hang out with, the zippy zappy hands, Oscar. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of different ones of him.
Anytime recently?
There was man bun Oscar. There was clean shaved Oscar. There was no glasses Oscar. There was slim thick Oscar. That's what some of them called them. There've been a few of them, and apparently he was real mad about them portals, like not being able to activate them the way he wanted them to. But he said he was gonna give it one last go. Last time, I ain't seen them since. Not maybe 100 years ago or so. Something about Jackson and he saw Snake Eyes and y'all coming through a portal. And some other jibber jabber.
What? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna ask. I was trying to avoid this, but you know what? Why fucking not? What happened to me? What? Any news?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So here's a funny thing. You and what was that one kid? Tarek, whatever.
Tyreek.
Y'all were the first to discover about the Half-Bloods because apparently y'all made one happen.
What? Huh? What?
Yeah. You basically, I mean, you were kind of sort of semi responsible for the Zuckerverse because you were the first to really take the social media thing into, super big.
Yeah.
You basically like took your little fashion empire into an empire, and then you renamed yourself. And he points. It's like, wait, there's still one over there, right over there, and it's an old billboard that says Queen Couture. Sunday nights at 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time.
I had a fucking talk show?
Yeah, talk show. You were on a few sitcoms. You were the first to get that VR shit off the ground. It didn't last that long. And then you got a hostile takeover by your board. And Zuckerfuck took your company.
Oh. And that's it? That's all you know?
I don't know what happened to you. I assumed that you got destroyed by the technocracy, but who knows?
Is Tyreek still around?
I ain't really thought about him. You were the really famous one. But I think he was a bad omen because they said the other dude who hooked up with Victoria Ash back when the Banu Hakim first joined the Camarilla was like supposed to be the start and the ending of this, the Alpha and Omega, what the fuck ever. But y'all made Half-Blood babies. I don't know how that shit happened, but it was entertaining as fuck because y'all had a reality TV show. Y'all were like the Kardashians.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, we have to. This cannot happen.
Oh, you got the bird. That bird took over the Sesame Street.
Oh, that's cute.
Zarella's just been sniffing around, like not really paying attention and just like trying to get any bead on Serenity, but hears that and kind of just turns back and just growls and snorts and keeps going.
Paco's just on your back.
Paco's tail opens up in full splendor at that point.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, out of all the little future potentials that we've heard so far, that's probably the one that I can accept the most and it can be okay with.
I mean, that was probably because of you. You took over public broadcast television.
Well, at least I kept Sesame Street.
Well, it wasn't public broadcast television no more. It was Couture broadcast all day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I
kept Sesame Street.
They said I had an ego, but then I saw you and I was like, hey, just... Anyway, Serenity probably came around these people. They seem like her type. But if y'all looking for the fleshy bits, yeah, that's over in the zoo area. The parts that ain't underwater, they got apparently a testing laboratory under the zoo. Waterproof. I didn't know that was a thing. Are you a diabolical, by the way? I mean, like, you done some fucked up shit.
I'm curious why. Like
I'm
that's
also curious why.
You tell
that's
me, how do you get to the point where you were making chimeras and such? I was like, I knew you were an anime fan, probably, because like when you see like a thing that looks like a turducken, but before it's cooked, you gotta have some kind of weird, you know, JRPG or anime shit in your head when you come up with them ideas.
And Salvador hears these comments and then thinks back to the mention of Ari like separating creatures that had melded together. And as in my wolf form, I stop. I kind of look back and I revert back into my to Salvador's like vampire form and rejoins the group.
I mean, I have to assume something happened to make you,
I have a
frankly,
guess.
snap a little bit.
I have a guess, but given what we found out about Delroy, that's the only thing I can think of that would cause me to just and stay broken.
What about Sarah?
That probably wouldn't go great either.
You developed a lab out of the zoo?
I
guess
haven't
so.
done any
That
of
was
that
like
yet.
lab number 3 or 4 or 5, something like that.
Hmm.
Is Tomas, is Dracula still running around? Or did I
think
actually manage to kill him?
You ate
mean-
him.
You ate him.
Oh. Fuck, I lost all that power. God damn.
No, I mean, once
No,
you
I
ate
mean, you-
the Dracu, you know, you I think that was when you really went off the deep end or whatever.
I would believe that, yes.
But it was real smart how you caught him. You waited till he turned to this giant bat form, and you captured him, and then instead of just trying to like just get in there and bite him and drain him, you slowly extracted blood from his body using a series of tubes that you stuck into this glass case that you kept him in. It was fascinating. I think that's kind of the inspiration for all this shit.
You know,
Am I? Damn.
That
That
is
is
we
pretty
should-
cool. That is interesting.
it is cool, but also you and I, this can't happen, right?
I
Oh yeah, no, I'm not doing this house bow stuff.
Oh,
Wait,
Beast Wars over here.
did you tell us that, by the way, last time? Because I know
What?
Andromeda told you.
Oh, good point.
So if you say that out loud, Katar's gonna be like, "What? You're a house spouse now?"
Apparently, yes.
I think I could see that for you, actually. So I kind of would have assumed that it would have been me.
Well, I think what happened with Beast Wars over here was
Beast
that,
Wars.
you know, after y'all got all famous and Ari went doing, you know, Dr. Terrifying shit, and apparently you had some problems with being exposed for being a cult leader or something like that. You kind of just went off the grid. And then the next time people saw you, you were preaching the good gospel of Cain. Yeah, and then Cain actually came back, and a lot of the people who were preaching the gospel of Cain, they ain't stick around because Cain was not about that life. Worshiping him was not the end goal. It was to get the blood back. I'm really surprised I'm alive sometimes. I mean, like, I just wonder why Cain ain't ate me. I thought you was gonna kill me. Everybody keep just like leaving me alive in some fucked up situations. You think I really want to hang out with these people who've been smelling like 30-year-old booze all the time?
I could kill you now if you'd like.
I would prefer not.
Then don't complain, man.
Because you still got your humanity and shit now. Maybe if you don't go doing the timey-wimey doodads, you'll be fine.
Well,
Maybe.
we'll find out.
Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing now? Are we finding
We are,
the
I would
flesh
imagine,
things?
heading towards the zoo if that is where many of the flesh things are.
Yeah, I can't wait to see your abominations.
I can't wait to maybe run into myself and ask me what the fuck I'm doing.
Also, a good plan.
Hopefully, I don't kill me.
So y'all trying to go to this party or what?
Is it on the way to the zoo?
Yeah, it's on the way.
It's literally like a big old protest walk, essentially.
Okay.
Which seems incredibly fucking dangerous, knowing what y'all know.
Yep. Seems like they're just asking for Kane to come through, to be honest. I don't
But they
know.
are not going towards the zoo. No.
Yeah, I don't know if this is where, like, this party is where we should be right now.
I mean, you might want to just go eat one. They'd
Yeah.
probably dying anyway.
Probably. And they're clean, like no nanites.
Shit, I don't know. Half-Bloods is weird. I ain't never
Okay,
ate one.
I won't risk it then. Let's just go to the fucking zoo.
Y'all can go. I'm going back to my castle.
Okay, enjoy the werewolves.
Oh, we fine.
Good luck.
Me and Jamal will just have a good old chitter chatter once he's done going on a little red rampage. I'm gonna have to replace some of these people though. Hey, y'all, anybody want to come be a part of a kingdom? And he starts walking off towards the group.
Okay, well, that was probably I mean, at least he hasn't changed, right?
I'm slightly concerned for his mental state if after 200, 300 years he hasn't changed.
I mean, that's fair, but honestly, not my problem.
No, yep, true.
You all have some very interesting connections.
They're all accidental.
They
Yeah.
talk a lot.
And we're gonna pop back over to Oscar. Oscar, you get into the Union League and you notice that of all these buildings that have been updated with, new paneling and so on and so forth to make them futuristic, wires going across them that look like they're filled with blood, but who knows? This place looks like it's beat up a bit, like it hasn't been cleaned up. Windows are popped out, and maybe it's taken some wind damage, and over time, the roof has started to fall in or something like that. But it looks essentially the same as it did in your time.
I go ahead and I'm going to do Silence of Death and just like walk around the perimeter of it, see if I can find anything, see anything like different or unique other than what's currently there, and kind of scope out the place at first.
Roll me a Dex and Stealth. Two successes. So you're creeping around this place, Oscar, and the thing that stands out to you is it looks like through all the dust and dirt and stuff in here, that there are fresh footprints in here, relatively speaking. They can't be more than a couple weeks old at most. And then suddenly, Oscar, you hear you feel a tap on your shoulder, and it's like, "Hey, man, are you Oscar?"
Ooh, who are you?
And you turn around and you see a guy who is not super tall, but it's got like a trench coat on that looks it looks like nothing you've seen in this age. It looks like he's trying to be like Dick Tracy in this trench coat, and it's got a long red tie on that looks too big for him. It's white. He has like short, curlyish red hair, and he's like, I'm a messenger for you, from you, I think, yeah. So apparently, you were supposed to be here today at this time, and I was supposed to be here to come meet you. So I'm here.
Let me guess. You got a package for me?
No package. No. Message. Message. Yeah, it's a message. I can't tell what time it's from though. Like, I'm pretty sure I've met you at least 8 or 9 times, but it could be more or less. Time's weird. You're especially strange. Do you have the burns on your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you learned that trick. That's really cool. Okay, so this one's probably closest to right, according to you. So 2 things that you told me to tell you. Number 1, don't meet yourself. If you look at the notebook, like the early parts of the notebook, you get really, really confused. And you should go to the meat factory. Wait, that's not the right. No, that's not the terminology you 7 wanted to use. That was other one. Shit. Oh, it's the zoo. The zoo. That's what it is. That first it was called the ape escape. Then it was the meat factory. It was the pig farm. It was the slop hop, and it was the
Right, the zoo.
house of
The zoo.
of crunchy tunnels.
All right, I want to leave that one right there. Anything else?
The cannibals are dead. So that means that things are going right.
Yes, I didn't know cannibals were part of this whole thing.
Well, that's what he said. You can read the notebook, but you probably shouldn't. There's a lot of info in there. Just weird. Probably not worth your time. But the zoo apparently has the meat flesh monsters that you need to, go and figure out. Also, it said be very careful about the electroception thingamajigger because your brain's probably going to explode. Not like literally, but maybe literally. I don't know. I'm trying to interpret things.
I got that warning already. Great. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, let me know that you did what you're supposed to do.
Hold on. I know the way to do this. He's like looking around. And he gives you It looks like a pen. Here, take it.
I don't vape. No, I'm good.
No, just, you told me to tell you to take this because we have to keep track.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Do I like Venmo you for this? Like what?
No. Jesus, you are maybe not the biggest in the pickup. And he takes off his jacket, and you see down his arm is a bunch of your name with different iterations of you on it. Like it's got like Beta, Oscar, Max, Oscar, Omega 7, Oscar 3.0, patched Oscar. Like it's just a bunch of random shit on his arm that he's been using. It's like just do it. Like right on there, because I don't know what you want to call yourself this time.
Hey, I just put in OG Oscar.
Did I have that one already? No. Okay, that's good. And takes the pen back, and you see him take like this, I don't know, it almost looks like a laser pointer, and he scans it across his arm, and you smell a slight bit of what smells like burning flesh. And then he's like, okay, cool. This is a new tattoo. Oscar, OG Oscar. Okay. I think that's a good sign. At least that's what one of the premonitions told me. The other premonition told me that you're going to get ate by Cain. But hopefully that one's wrong.
May have been a bad idea. All right. We done here?
I don't think there's anything that else that I know that you don't know that you told me to tell you.
Oh, real quick before we split. Is crypto still a thing?
We don't really use regular money exchange anymore, if that's what you mean.
All right.
There's these chips. You can have some. And he just hands you like a handful of like what looks like little thin, almost like the wafers that you get from a church, but they have like little tiny micro chips in them, and they are super thin. Just hands you a handful of them. This is for those weird people who like to keep a physical copy of things, but like the times that we are in now, you don't really need to get a copy of things. Like, I mean, well, you're not augmented anyway, so you probably don't. But he's like, look at this, and there's like what looks like a port in his neck that like a little tiny wire could probably fit into. It's like uploads, downloads, boogie downs, boogie ups.
Yeah. All right. Cool. May the body of capitalism be with you, I guess. And I take like 5 steps away from him towards the zoo and just look over my shoulder to where he's at.
I hope this time is a good time, because last time you was not.
Okay. Yeah.
Watch your arms.
Watch
You'll
my
need
arms.
them.
I mean, doesn't everyone need their fucking arms? And I just walk towards the zoo.
Oscar, what you notice when you get outside that is sort of surprising to you is that there's a car. And you see, as soon as you walk out and you get close to it, is like a shimmering sort of holographic thing that comes across it, and it says Elvira. Is not like any car you've ever seen. This one has weird wheels. It looks like it has little jets on the side of it. You're fairly certain that this can hover just looking at it.
Is Riders of the Storm playing?
It's not started yet, but as you get close to it, the door, as you get close to the door, it goes, user identified. Welcome back, Mr. De Leon Ponce.
They got my arms for this. And I step in and close the door.
And then the music starts to play. Are you
Well,
headed
bring it
to
back.
the meat factory?
The zoo. Yeah, why is everyone calling it the meat factory? Yeah, the zoo.
And says, copy that. Would you like background on the meat factory or the zoo?
Yeah, I think I'm going to need that.
And then it starts telling you horror stories about Ari. And that is what you get to ride along to. Like with your music playing in the background, you start hearing about what Ari has done at the meat factory. And the crunchy tunnels are basically people carapaces that coat the tunnels between where people go in to check in on the animals in their enclosures. But there's tunnels between those hallways, essentially, that are now covered with people meat and faces, essentially, that talk to them. It's haunting. But it's crunchy because Ari did the flesh crafting to not leave them soft.
I go in the duffel bag and just check to see how much ammo I have with these guns.
You have several full clips. And as you arrive to the zoo, you see walking towards the zoo and the entrance gates, Ari, Katura, and someone you don't know walking along with them, and a bird. Definitely a peacock.
I mean, we're outside the zoo, so I'm gonna just think some animal just escaped from the zoo, and they're bringing it back.
It
Sorry,
looks
you
like it's
forgot
in
to
a
mention-
spacesuit.
Yeah, I was about to say it's in a fucking hazmat suit.
So, like,
I mean,
pretty interesting bird
I've-
escape.
I've been in here for 20 minutes and almost had my brain turn into I cannot believe it's not butter. So I'm just gonna like roll with it. I'm like, I've seen some strange things. I just got here. This probably tracks.
It's your first animal that you've seen here, so maybe this is how they keep their animals in the
This
zoo.
is I don't know any better.
And this car, y'all, is nearly silent as it pulls up to you. It's just barely any noise coming from it. Oscar, do you stop when you see them? Like flag them down or anything? Or do you? Because it tells you that Ari died.
You just shoot Ari in the back.
It does tell you that Ari was executed publicly for crimes against humanity and against
Everyone.
yeah,
Crimes
basically.
against everyone.
Technically, Ari is in public, so it wouldn't be too far out. I do the pull up and cut in front of them kind of deal that you see, and like, you know, that some people do in movies.
Oh,
And
what fucking fresh hell is this now?
Elvira. That's what you see, like, shimmer across. Like, when you ask that question, the answer just shows up. Elvira.
Dark bait.
Yeah, can we see through
I-
the Can we see through the window?
I'm like Serenity.
Not unless Oscar wishes it.
Fucking Windows.
Are
What are you
muted?
saying? You muted? You were like talking for a second there and then didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm not wishing that. If I don't know that that's a thing, then no. Like I'm assuming like these are tinted because they're tinted.
Serenity, are
windows.
you in there?
Let's not knock
You hear
on
that?
random cars.
Yeah, I hear that.
Hey, we're trying to find Serenity.
I get out.
Wait, hold on. Do we know which Oscar this is? Because we were just told there's several different versions.
Well, he didn't run us over, so I'm guessing he at least was willing to have a conversation.
I mean, maybe. Or maybe he just wanted to, make it public.
Sure, wait.
I get out. Stop the car, get out.
Hey!
And
Or me.
I look at
Either.
Ari and I say, "What the fuck did you do?"
I didn't do any of it yet. I saw you a month and a half ago.
Wait, hold on. Which shark bait are you?
The only shark bait?
Well, according to
I'm-
Genghis, there's several of you running around.
All I know is me from the future told me to come here. I had to put an extension cord in my mouth, a taser on me, and blow up a portal.
You blew
Oh,
up the
no.
portal?
That's what I was told to do. By the way, Delroy's fine.
Oh my god. It doesn't matter. We're never gonna see him.
Wait, so you're not Delroy?
He's okay.
No, no. Salvador,
Is-
this is Oscar, aka
Did you see
Shark
him?
Bait.
Yeah. He was in bad
I
shape.
can't keep track.
He was in
Who got
bad
him out?
shape.
Who do I owe money to? Who got him out?
We don't owe money to anybody.
I got him out along with a few others from out of town.
And I just hug.
I just keep my arms to the side, not like going over what Meat Factory Crunchy Tunnels just went through. I'm a little like,
I'm happy to hear that Delroy is okay. Admittedly, maybe leaving him in a lurch was kind of a dick move on our part, but a lot of shit was going on. Where have you been actually?
I look around and I'm like, where's Serenity?
Answer my question.
No, where the fuck's Serenity? Like,
We don't know where Serenity
she's not
is.
with you?
Serenity
She's not in this
fucked off.
car?
Serenity fucked off and left us under a fucking building.
We got a building dropped on
buil-
us.
what
And then
the
Kane
fuck
showed
did you
up.
do?
I gesture to my chest. Like, do you think it looks like this all
No,
the time?
Salvador.
No, it looks
Serenity
pretty
is not
funky.
within my vehicle.
Oh, it talks to the others too. Oh, I bring out blood bags and pass out blood bags.
Thank
It
you.
looks like
Car?
you all need this, Elvira.
Elvira, please. Thank you.
Quick,
Okay.
quick,
Mine
very
doesn't
quick
talk.
rundown.
I just look at
Um,
Buckle like,
Can we maybe do this in the car? I would
You'll-
love to sit and eat. I would love to just sit.
Yeah, it's
You're not going to kill us, right?
don't know who.
This iteration of Oscar seems to be more calm than some of the others.
Thanks, Elvira.
You're welcome, Queen Katura.
Does have a good ring to it, right?
Don't know what that's about.
It's a whole thing.
This thing is a whole thing.
Yeah. We know about Ari's whatever she ends up doing, but it's not this one. Trust me, I spend basically all day every day with this one. It's not this one.
All right. Okay, that makes me feel better because I just got the wiki notes on whatever one did this, and that is not a horror movie I want to watch.
I would have literally two reasons to join up with the Sabat. And you just got one of them out of their hands. So
Well, that was
You all are bad at introductions. Oscar, this is Salvador Suarez.
I did
and
introduce
Paco.
them, Miss Elvira. I did introduce them just
Queen
because they were
Katura?
listening.
You're royalty. You should not be forced to have to do introductions.
I mean, that's true. But, you know, I mean, it's not, I'm not above it.
hey,
Also, I'm gonna sit in your. I'm gonna sit
yeah,
in
go
Elvira now.
for it.
And
I
go ahead.
yeah, I guess I'll follow up on that and acknowledge that. And it's like, yep, that's me, Salvador. I'm guessing you're another one of their friends.
This is our coterie member.
Hmm.
Say it like that.
we had to save
What?
him from the Second Inquisition before Couture came to hang out with us.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, and then I met him for like a month, and then he disappeared, and then everything went to shit.
and then
I'm not blaming you for that, Oscar. I'm just.
Oh no, I'm just a
that's
glue that
the
keeps us
timeline.
together.
That's just the timeline. Yeah, we're gonna have a talk when we get back to our timeline. But for now,
Salvador.
we should do all of this in the car. We should do all of this in the
Yes,
car.
you can get in the car.
yeah, and then once we're in the car, or I guess before getting in the car, as I'm introducing myself, I'll get within range to like do some kind of greeting, whether it's a handshake or whatever. And I don't know if maybe like I'll have like the remnants of my wolf-like senses, but I'll kind of like sniff and then take a step back as I squint my eyes and be like, you smell like you have a faint trace of that asshole that made me bend the knee.
What? Portia? Have you been near Portia?
Not that reason.
Oscar, one of your previous iterations had relations with Portia.
Oh my.
Hey,
Oscar,
hey,
I
hey,
thought
hey,
you had
no,
better taste
no,
than that.
no. She, I point to Ari, caused all of this.
Oh, but I don't think she caused you to stick your dick in Portia.
I don't know if
And-
that was the relationship. I think it might have been, well, vampire relations work a little bit different than that, but I can give you the vampire birds and the bees, but you would know, Queen Katura.
Yes, I would know.
Oh,
It's just a turn of phrase. It was just a phrase. I didn't mean it literally.
And it's
Queen
not
Katura
that
as was the and then it starts going off basically a Wikipedia article of how Katura was the first
You
to have
you just
birthed a half
Slowly
blood.
see Katura doing this. Like,
I go and sit on the hood and get my own blood bag out, like crisscross applesauce, just sip it on it.
yeah, apparently I birthed some kids. Don't ask me how.
And then you all hear a scream that is undoubtedly Serenity's.
Okay, we're going.
And that
I'm
is
eating-
where we're going to end our session.
I'm like drinking my blood bag
Sure.
like a juice box as we run towards the screen.
Don't you have
Yeah.
a 2 for blood potency? Yes? 2 or 3?
Looking. My blood potency is 1.
Oh, okay, you're good then.
And then I would have also clarified, it's not that I smell her on you, but almost like I smell her through someone else that I smell on you.
That's there way too many layers to that to figure
Yeah,
out
that's-
right now.
You definitely smell her in this car. Just put it like that.
Oh
Oh.
God.
I
Anyway.
am not responsible for how the car was. I just found it this way, boosted it myself.
I don't think it's boosted if it belongs to you.
I do indeed belong to you.
Ah!
Whichever one of you there is.
Oh my God. I need this to continue right now.
We gotta keep playing.
Yes.
That's where we're gonna end the session, though. We gotta end this one. This is over 3 hours and trying to keep it reasonable here.
I had no idea that's the direction that comment was going to go in. This is fascinating.
How are we feeling, people? How was that?
I'm
Mind's fucked.
screaming inside.
It's a mind.
Hopefully they kept that interesting. I mean, I suspect going through the zoo will be pretty dark. This one was not as dark as the zoo will be. You're not beholden to the other versions of yourselves, so y'all don't have to play up to those. Y'all can absolutely hate them. These are just iterations that I have ran basically through a generator of awful shit that y'all have done, or good things that you might have done, or stuff in between.
Katura and Ari are like, we can't be this. Like, Katura to a certain extent is like, I mean, kids, fine. All that other shit, no.
I can't wait till Salvador. I can't wait. I have a thing for Salvador too. It's just Paco, it's a new Big Bird. Like
from being a cult leader to basically being a cultist.
Ari has worshippers 300 years on. I'm like, what the shit were you telling people?
Hey, I'm just meeting the same person every 30 minutes. I don't think this dude moves from that spot at all.
I had so much fun with this session, y'all. I really did.
The level of chaos was amazing, I will say. I am glad. I don't know if you watched the recap I did today. I was like, I'm pretty sure that this is the end point of multiple timelines, and that's why shit is just this bad. And I'm like, I might be pretty close.
So I guess this is not that spoilery, I guess, but the way I did it was a little bit low-key inspired, but not exactly. But the way that you do timelines and comic books and stuff, there's like a prime timeline and then a bunch of branches. And there's a basically an end of that tail and a beginning of that tail and a bunch of branches in between. And I was like, I'll pick this from this branch and this from this branch, and then I'll just toss it into one of the ends of this over and over again and see what comes out when we mix it up in the blender.
What this reminds me of, and I don't know if this is at all what anyone else is picking up from this, but like it feels to me like if anyone has watched the series Lost, like this is basically the island of Lost.
Yep.
So at some point we're gonna come across a smoky snake monster thing.
Now if we come across
and a polar bear.
Polar bear. Yeah, I was gonna say a polar bear first.
The same sequence of numbers.
It's gonna turn out. This whole thing's gonna turn out. We've been like just dead this entire time, and this is actually just hell.
We are.
Unless Paco's our version of the polar bear, then we're already in it.
Oh, fine.
All roads lead to this timeline.
Oh, so good.
This is the most messed up Doctor Who episode in the world.
At least we're having fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely are.
Well, thank you all for indulging in the absurdities that go through my mind, because I put the future together, partially dystopia, but partially funhouse. And that's why I was like, I know it seems a little dark now, y'all. Just bear with me. I have stuff.
I'm just waiting for it to become Bill and Ted's Excellent
Adventure.
Yeah,
I was
just waiting.
I was getting at Union League vibes of like the Foot Clan and like the Ninja Turtles movie where they're all playing like the arcade and shit like that, and skateboarding around, skating around. That's what I was getting.
Oh, here's a not spoiler, but I was waiting for you to ask the question. The person that you came across in the Union League is Kit's kid.
I was
had a
going
feeling it
to
was Kit,
ask.
something
I
connected
was
to
going to
Kit.
ask
It's
if it
Kit's
was
kid.
Kit or somebody like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
I was
too.
going to ask because you mentioned him or them being dressed like Dick Tracy, and that's how Kit was dressed when we first met them. So I clocked it. I just didn't say. Yeah.
Didn't ask a name. But yeah, it's Kit's
I mean,
kid.
also we weren't. I mean, that was Oscar's scene, so I couldn't have
Yeah.
asked.
The disposition
Also,
of like, oh, this is for Kit.
I can't wait till y'all dig into how the fuck Katura had a baby. I have stuff behind that too.
I
There's a
will
whole
ask-
bunch of there's a
I will
whole
be-
bunch of lore that I've been building in
As
this.
soon as we rescue Serenity from whatever, I will be asking Elvira what happened.
Yep.
Like how?
Classified.
Over here,
Fuck
I
off.
have this cheap ass tablet.
Are you
And then I
talking
have this
back to the
freaking
queen?
smart car. I'm gonna toss this tablet right out the fucking window.
You never know why you have that. You thought it was important.
True.
You
That
thought it
tablet's
was
gonna
important.
be how we. That tablet's gonna be how we take out the metaverse. It's probably full of viruses.
This just
Anyway.
means
It's just a button that disables all of the employee ID cards.
Before we roll out, and I think we have a little bit of time tonight, let's do our stars and wishes if we like. And let's start with RNG. Can I do that? Ah, that is Katura.
Okay. Stars and wishes. Oh, do we also do our outros when we do stars and wishes?
You can.
Okay. Hi, I'm Fair. Follow me on Twitter at FairBear. I'm here on Saturdays. Okay, stars and wishes. Obviously, star is the return of Lonzo and Oscar. Very happy about that. I really thought he was just fucking with us when he was just in the Zoom, because sometimes he shows up and hangs out for a bit and then leaves. Also just all of the lore again. Like I say this every time, but I mean it. Like just whenever you introduce more information, I just want to know more. And so I'm just again still very, very fascinated with this whole world that you've built. And like, yeah, even like the Katura stuff. Well, I was just asking just to see if there was anything. I expect you to say, you died. And it was like, no, this is all this shit happened. So I'm very curious about all of that stuff and like learning more about like Oscar's whatever Oscar's been up to, what Salvador's been up to, and Serenity. Like yeah, that's what I want. And also my stars and my wishes. Like I need more lore always.
Okay. Then let's go around in the other order. Let's go to Lonzo.
Hey everyone, I am Lonzo Gonzo. You can find me over here at Twitch at Lonzo Gonzo _ where I stream every once in a while, starting to do a little bit more of a consistent schedule. You can also find me at Twitter at Lonzo Gonzo. My star is the other 4 people here and the other 2 that we play with as well, because my time away, I've just been watching and just been so excited. I've been saying it ever since Juice came on. It's like, I can't wait to play with you. Really excited about your character. Couldn't wait to play with Fair again and everyone else. I missed you all. And this was a lot of fun. My wishes is I want to know what the other Oscars did. Like the dude had like tattoos of different things on there. I want to know. I want to know. I kind of feel like, I'm on like a Xerox and just like photocopy the Oscar, send them through, photocopy the Oscar, send them through. Is it like a console of Oscars or like
Oh my God.
a vending machine of Oscars? Like you want like 04 and then you send that one through? Like
The shark bait council.
yeah. How many days since we lost our lost Oscar? Like just gets reset every like 4 minutes. But no, I've greatly appreciate you guys make this game a lot of fun to play with, and Prince, that your world building. This future world is
I'm making the
It's
shit up as
wild.
I go.
it's
Hashtag
wild.
more lore. Hashtag more
Yes.
lore.
Give it
Just
give it more. And can I bring this car back with me to the present?
Well, you blew up the fucking portal, so good luck.
I
Fortunately,
could
not.
probably download the specs in this little shitty tablet. That's probably what this tablet's for.
Fair enough.
I mean, Ari apparently keeps going back with medical information. We could bring your car; it'll be fine.
Nothing bad would possibly happen if we bring back this car.
Absolutely not. Nothing bad will happen. Bringing
See?
future technology that is powered by nanobots that could potentially kill you back to the nothing. Anyway, Juice.
Yeah, I'm Juice, no pronouns, just Juice. You can find me here, like you did tonight, and Wednesdays playing Cyberpunk Red as Redacted, the sad, I'm gonna say hacker. I guess it's not far off. Netrunner, and Stars and Wish. Oh, you can find me on Twitter at the Juice TM. Stars and Wishes. Yeah, I want to know more about I guess I can start with wishes. I want to know more about this baby making process, the birds and the bees. But I'm also fascinated by Ari's fascination with their own like doings in this world. I guess that would be my star, like that curiosity. Like you're inherently a curious character, and now like that curiosity it's like curiosity inception, which I'm in love with. And I'm excited to finally be playing with you as well, Lonzo. Like I was waiting this whole time. I was gonna have Salvador think that you were Delroy because everybody just keeps on talking about Delroy. And like, wait, so you're fucking not Delroy? What the fuck is Delroy? Everybody keeps talking about this Delroy. Yeah, wishes, like I said, more of like the context around these incredible things. I've resigned myself to the fact that like this off the grid house spouse now cult leader to cultist thing, like Salvador is kind of tired, got a crunched hand, and is just exhausted, and it's like, just when is this going to be over?
I mean, you could be feeding the neighborhood though. Could just be cooking food up, feeding people in the neighborhood.
I mean, that's what I was doing. Doesn't sound like I'm doing that much anymore.
Salvador is a Stepford wife now.
That might not be what was told to the person that told me, but that is now what Salvador thinks.
Yes. Which is where that's what Salvador's going to think for the time being. We'll just say that.
And I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most that might happen soon, hopefully, is what is up with this zoo, because the zoo is very important to Salvador. It's like basically Salvador's like second home, if not primary home.
Not no more.
Yeah, so I'm like, what is up with this? That's all.
This whole adventure is gonna end with everybody just being mad at Ari for things that she has not done yet.
Wow.
Maybe I should be a follower of Kane. Just kidding.
Ari, Liz.
I'm Liz, Fuzzy Slippers 05, wherever you want to find me. I'm here most of the time, Saturdays for this, and on Wednesdays for our Cyberpunk Red. Stars, I'm thrilled to have Lonzo back. I'm so excited. It's awesome. And obviously to pick on Lonzo, as Ari is wont to do. Or rather, pick on Sharkbait. We don't pick on Lonzo. And wishes more lore. I am absolutely the kid who will read a 800-page novel in a night. So I'm like, no, I need to know the answers. I'm dying. But
Cool.
that's not how games work, and it always frustrates me.
Same.
And me, I am a scrub, and I'm going to say everybody gets a star because, legitimately speaking, y'all make this go. Like the stuff that y'all give me, the foolishness that y'all get into, the questions y'all ask inspire the responses that I come up with. So y'all are just as responsible for this world as I am. And I am interested to see how y'all decision making and questions you ask and what you do, where that takes us next. Because I think this zoo part is going to be really, really interesting.
I'm a little sad that Ivy wasn't here for this one because I have a feeling that the zoo, being what it is not going to be great.
Nope.
And that's my wish, is to have the whole crew here for the next time we go live.
Yeah. Again, everyone's just gonna be mad at Ari as we go into Ari's Wonderland, because that's basically what this is. Ari in Wonderland, but like
I have been
the worst version.
This is one of the things, like I tell you all most of the time, most of the stuff I improv here, but there are certain pieces and things that I come up with that have been sitting in my head and simmering as the ideas, to use a terrible turn of phrase, but letting them flesh out. And the zoo has been one of those, and I've been thinking about for a long while. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I didn't know we all were going to get there, but the way things turned out, it was perfect time. So with that, I'm Prince, aka Doubles and Dice around the internet. You can find me at Doubles and Dice for Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, all that jazz. I'm a TTRPG streamer, variety streamer, and as you can see, I'm one of the members of the Rolling Deez 20's. I'm also a player over on our Cyberpunk game that happens on Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, though I believe we are canceled for this week because it is the night before Thanksgiving, so we are not going to be on for this week. I think we're still good for Philly by night, but off for Cyberpunk. I don't really have anything else. You can check my Twitter for everything else going on with me, and see you at PAX. That's what I got. Thank you all again for being here. We're gonna pop over to someone to raid. Look at who's online real quick.
I think Night Prophecies is on still.
Yep, and we will
That'd be rough,
pop over there then. So thank you all again, and we will see y'all next week. Did I spell that right? I did. Haha. Yes, and we're using the Rolling These Raids tag, and yeah, we out. Peace, everybody.
Everyone.